Welcome to the kitchen. Get ready, let's go. It's cooking with Jack. Put on a tasty show.
Okay, guys, this is one of those things my brother showed me. I had to stop everything and try it out. Did you know you can deep fry in salt? We're gonna deep fry a steak in pure salt. I don't know how it's gonna work. And then we're also gonna throw it in a cast iron and give it a crust afterwards. But first we're gonna cook it or deep fry it in salt. All right, guys, so let's grab our salt. Make sure you got one of these meat thermometers. We're gonna make it rare because I like it rare. Like, I don't want to overcook it. So we're pulling it about between 115 and 120. This is gonna take a while. No oil needed. You can deep fry just in salt. So we're gonna try it out, see if it's possible. So there it is. Let's turn the flame on. We're gonna get it up to 350 degrees. So let me go over this really quick because it's gonna happen kind of fast, okay? We're gonna fully submerge the steak in that salt when it's 350 degrees. We're gonna pull the steak between 150 and 120, something like that. We're gonna come over here and get this pan ripping hot. Throw butter in, throw steak in together, 20 to 30 seconds on each side. We're gonna sit it over here and rest it for 5 minutes. So I hope you can see it all. Let me double check my camera. Make sure with the right angle. Oh yeah, you can see everything. All right, cool. So I'm just gonna let it run while I do it. It'll just take minutes. So as I sit here and plan out my steps, I think I'm gonna start heating that pan up once I'm done putting the steak in, submerging it in the salt. So I literally have cooked this steak in my mind 400 times. So let's see what the salt is at right now. Oh, we're about 116, 120. It's climbing fast. About 121, 122. So we're not there yet. Once we're in the 350s, then we back off on the heat a little bit. I will never be doing this again. This is not a method I want to use for cooking a steak. But I gotta tell you, it's just an experiment, a one-time thing. So this video in no way is recommending. It's just a waste of salt. Now, if my research is correct, it shouldn't be more than like probably 8 to 10 minutes in the salt, and then 20 to 30 seconds in the butter. Now, just to let you know, that pan that I'm putting the butter and I'm putting the crust on the steak, I'm gonna sear in that pan. That is carbon steel. You don't know about carbon steel? Basically, it's half the weight of cast iron, but cooks just like cast iron. It's the new cast iron. We reach that temp. Just grab our steak, put it in there. I'm gonna press it down or rotate a little bit. Well, that ain't working very well. I'm gonna scoop. Ow, that's hot. It's really hot. Ouch. We're just gonna give it a few minutes to cook and I'll start this pan. Now get that butter in there. Shake the salt loose, it'll come loose. And we're going to 20 to 30 seconds. Let me turn this on. We'll pull it out of here in a minute. We'll show you up close what it looks like. Alright guys, so we rested it, we cut it. I like it rare. You guys could probably cook it a few minutes longer, but I prefer rare. So I'm gonna cook it to my liking because I'm eating this. But you can see it's got a good crust. It smells amazing. I don't think it's too salty, but we'll find out in a minute. Because I've done salt tenderizing or dry brining and it doesn't penetrate that much. Alright guys, so first of all, I would never do this again. I did it like a classroom experiment just to see if it worked. It did. It's just very hot. Too many times you can burn yourself. It's a long process. The heating up the salt took forever. But I had to see if it could be done, and it could be done. So, I don't recommend you do it. Scooping the salt to get it on top of the steak so it's fully submerged. It's very hot. You can feel it on your hand. I'm warning you, don't do this method. This was just an experiment. So, my main concern is, did it get a lot of salt? Because I've done like a brine where I've used salt and there's only a hint of salt. So let's give it a taste. It's got a beautiful crust. It's rare, just like I like it. So let's give it a try. Let's try this piece right here. I'll have that for dinner. The salt level is perfect. I thought it'd be overly salty, but I brined in salt. It never did that. So it came out good, great crust, perfect saltiness. This is some good meat, all right? But like I said, it was a classroom experiment. We got a lot of football finger food coming up. I'm kind of really excited to show you some really cool stuff. And I'm going to be doing a football finger food that when Jack Jr. does it, he loves it. I think his favorite. It's the first thing that runs out at the party. Every party I've ever gone to. I'm like, what the flip? I didn't even try it. He gave me the recipe. So I'm going to show you what Jack Jr.'s favorite football finger food is. Take care.